Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NGS Storm Division Qualifiers. First games of this, well, not quite into the season, preseason games. My camera's flickering. What the heck? Well, hopefully that just resolves itself. That's really annoying.
I haven't transitioned
Well,
yet to see what's going on for you.
It's just doing some slight flickering. I don't know. Seems like camera issues all night tonight. We are casting, though. It doesn't matter. We're not going to need the camera later anyway. But we're casting Chili Mountain Academy, taking on Bronze 6 to see if they can get in that Storm Division this season for NGS. Everybody is in the lobby and ready to go. But let's go over those map selections because those have occurred already. I'm going to take you there right now. We did have Bronze 6 getting map pick and first pick going over to the side of Chili Mountain here. As you can see, Bronze 6 has banned out Infernal Shrines and Towers of Doom, and on the side of Chili Mountain, Sky Temple and Garden of Terror banned out there. A little bit different map pools, I believe, than we saw in NGS last season. Sky Temple's here. Some other changes. Hanamura's gone. A little bit of updates there as well. So these are the maps we're going with tonight, and we're starting it off on Volsky Foundry. We're just waiting for the readies to come out here. And of course, I have Dax joining me. Dax, how are you?
I am doing well, Jesse. I am excited. We're doing a Storm Division cast here. Bronze 6, rating Division B champion from Season 10 here, as well as Chili Mountain stepping in here. Not the same Chili Mountain that went to distance in the inaugural Storm Division last season. So some new names, some new faces in here. Ones that, maybe some people do recognize. So very excited to get into this matchup here.
Yeah, not the same team. This is a new team out of Chili Mountain here to get into the Storm Division here for NGS. So we're going to be seeing some new plays. And this team, we've seen a couple announcements coming out of Chili Mountain on Twitter, but nobody actually has seen the full roster for this team. So this is the first time we're getting a glimpse at it, and we're going to jump into this draft now.
All right, Volskaya. One of my, I don't hate this map. I guess I would tend to pick it if I had the choice. I like this map a lot. All about, the camps, grabbing the turret camps and the heal camp when available. So, Sylvanas, a lot of priority being put on Sylvanas with the Merc Queen at level 4 to get that extra damage onto these points.
Now, Bronze 6, we haven't really talked too much about them, but they did win the Div B West Championships for NGS last season here. And they do have, quite a bit of experience now starting to play together, creating really synergistic comps as well, and a little bit of some cheesy strats coming out from them. So we are going to see that Uther band out as the first band here, which isn't too surprising because one of the favorite comps that Bronze 6 likes to run is Uther Genji.
Yeah, and just taking a look, last season, most played was their best map was Volskaya. 8 times they were taken to this map. Either they picked it or they were taken to it. 100% win rate on this map. So, the divine, the divine shield, Genji, not going to happen. But this time around, Hogger being able to get picked up from these teams, going to see the inaugural ban here. As well as us in the hot community try and figure out that hero. He came out. Everyone's like, "Oh, he's a little weak. He needs fixed up a little bit." But as we got our hands on it, and turns out he's pretty busted at this point, especially on those tight choke points where he can kind of just bounce around infinitely.
Yeah, he does seem like a high skill hero. The people that have really got him under their hands now have figured out how to play him effectively, but there's a lot of times I do see him in games and he's not up to par. But here we are. The first pick coming in here for Chili Mountain is going to be Joanna.
Yeah, Johanna, she's still not as picked as much as she used to, but still standard, just all around good tank. Doesn't give too much away on what you want to do with the rest of the picks. So solid first pick there for Chili Mountain.
All right, Bronze 6 locking in the Tychus and Gazlo. I think these are still picks that have been kind of meta for a little while.
Yeah, Gastel's seen that rework, I think, about halfway through last season. You know, and getting a buff when no one had above a 50% win rate, and you know, got that surprise buff again, and people were kind of scratching their heads, and still going untouched, so still in a good spot. Tychus, you know, seeing a little bit of that rework, you know, buff to level 1 talent, and you know, the range, but the build seems to now be that the damage on the grenade, since that was moved to 1. And then Anduin and Cassie getting picked up here by Chili Mountain. You know, Anduin Light Bomb Johanna combo seems to be solid, you know, dominating in the CCL. A lot of people opting for the Falling Sword instead of the Blessed Shield. And then Cassie just still top of her game right now in the Assassin.
Imperious band coming out here now for Bronze 6. We're going to see the last band in just a moment over on the side of Chili Mountain. Very quick there, Diablo being taken away. Not too surprising there. Diablo just seems to be pretty popular these days. I see a lot of, you know, kind of drafting around the Diablo Tychus. If one's banned out, you know, or taken, you kind of want to, you know, if Tychus is banned, you can look to pick up Diablo. If Diablo's banned, doesn't really matter about Tychus. He's still decent, but... And this is actually something that we're seeing Bronze 6 has run before. They've ran a Varian taunt comp with Tychus before. And Kira on the Chromie is something that they're quite comfortable on as well. And, you know, up front, it kind of looks like they're squishy and it might not work out for them. But you can shred a taunted target down on Tychus so incredibly fast. He almost feels like he's super bursty.
Yeah, absolutely here. So we're going to see the Rexar and the Tracer getting picked up here. I really like that comp. My guess, since Tracer's going to be the auto attacker picked up by Noah there, that Cassie is probably going to go the current Q build now, with the Lightning Bolts at 13 and then the heal at 4, which gets the resets off of anybody hit that you hit with a Thunderbolt there. So I do see the Stukov was banned. I'm curious, we might see a Malfurion here or a Tyrande. Yep, and then there's the Tyrande. So they are going complete blow up comp here.
Yeah, this is like
one player.
This is basically not Paradox's training wheels comp that they are running right here, which is no surprise because not Paradox. I don't know if he's still coaching Bronze 6, but he was coaching Bronze 6 during the last season of NGS.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Medivh ban was good, all-around good ban for the competitive, but the one thing is Anduin does kind of mess up if he does have the leap of faith. You know, but that's, you know, trading a cooldown taunt's a 15-second cooldown versus a 60-second or plus that cooldown for the Anduin there. But Anduin can kind of put a kink in that plan there for Bronze 6.
Yeah, I like the Medivh ban too because it's just an option that's going to be able to save a taunted target pretty easily, dropping that shield on them. But you are right about that Anduin. Leap of Faith can pretty much do the same thing if they're positioned correctly here. I do find it interesting that they picked up the Tracer knowing that they're just going with a single target taunt blow-up comp. Maybe Noah's thinking that he can do some fun. I've seen people kind of bait Varians into charging halfway across the map when you just blink 3 times away and now you're under enemy towers. So maybe he's going to do something like that.
Things like that. Yeah, you got to E and then, you know, Merton jumps over a wall, and yeah, it's some fun stuff to watch.
Well, here we are, game number 1. On the left-hand side, we have the Chili Mountain Academy team with CM Mysticles on the Rexar, JTR playing Cassia. I don't know how you even say this. BKBGRNERGFFE. Jeffy. That's a name.
Jeff.
I'm gonna just call him BK this game because that's a mouthful. On the Joanna, Tempest playing the Anduin, and on Tracer we have Noah.
All right, and for Bronze 6 we have Ferret on the Tyrande, CRT on Gaslo, Danny on that Varian, Kira on Chromie, and Mark on Tychus.
So we do have Cassia picking up Thunderstroke at level 1, so she is looking to stack that quest on her Q, as well as Tyrande going with the quest at level 1, taking Lunar Blaze, so she's looking for those stun stacks as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Other than that, across the board, looks like standard picks across the board here. So as we see these teams, now we're going to see a couple people go down. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe doing try to get the pick onto the Gazelle here. CRT going to get himself kind of caught out there a little bit, but great stun coming out onto that Misha to interrupt that stun onto him. But we're going to see 2 focus in bottom right now.
We do have those turrets coming up in about 5 seconds here. We usually see teams opt to go straight for those right away so that they can make a play either for the big stun coming out onto Danny here. He is trying to get out. The bear does get picked off.
Not a bad
But
trade
Danny
there.
survives.
I mean, Varian's a little weak until level 4, and then until about the late game, he's a pretty dominant tank. But yeah, great. I guess great trade there. You did get the half kill onto Misha there, and then Danny did stay alive. And like you said, we're gonna see Bronze 6 rotate really early on that camp, but we're gonna see Chili Mountain rotate for the biotic emitter here, which you don't see very often. But knowing how a lot of teams, like you said, right at the minute point, you can catch this one pretty easy.
Yeah, typically if you're on those camps at the 1 minute and you get your camp faster, you can either look to invade or look to force that biotic emitter up a turret. You could also do something like we just saw Chili Mountain go for. They just forced the biotic emitter and didn't mind waiting on their turret here. The one thing though, doing this means that their turret's going to come up a little bit later during objective. If you take it right at 1 minute, it's up and available for you to grab again during that objective phase. But they're going to have to be a good minute behind their turret coming up compared to Bronze 6's for next objective, or this objective, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, like, to that point is just, having the 2 turrets. I mean, you can wait, you have a little bit of time, but having the 2 turrets, I mean, you'll essentially have an extra 1.5 assassins on your team outputting some of that damage.
I will say, though, I think that if Chili Mountain were to end up losing the first objective anyway, they have the Tracer and kind of like the Misha and Rexard and Joanna and the Falling Sword. They're not quite there yet, but to be able to die past the Triglav Protector and look for picks behind it. If you're running some kind of comp that can do that, you can almost deny any value from the Triglav in losing first objective anyway, and even end up ahead on XP.
So you're going to see Rexar start that, but he's going to rotate down, not seeing that Jazzalene is going to rotate anytime soon. But my guess is just to try and come down here and get 7s, since they will be at 7s here before Bronze 6. We do have the camps kind of clashing here in the middle of top lane. BK Jeff is finding himself. Pink's going to come out onto him. Great patience there by Danny, waiting for the trade to fall off of Johanna there to get the taunt onto her. They're going to turn this back around, and the chase is on for Bronze 6.
Yeah, time trap coming out from Chromie there, and we are going to see Tyronda fall. Varian on his way out here, trying to do what he can to kind of peel. This is a little bit of my issue about Varian comps, is it very much heavily relies on you getting a pick off of that taunt. If you don't get a pick off that taunt, he doesn't really have great peel or disengage for his team, and you're just left with the enemy team being able to chase you down.
Yeah, and when running it, I like to run something like a Blaze or another beefier, or even ETC in the offlane for that backup. Or well, Imperius, they did ban the Imperius, but something like that where that can peel or be a secondary engage or follow up CC.
You have Tychus doing the turret camp now over on the side of Bronze 6. Tyronda around to help them out. And Chili Mountain giving over the point here for the moment to the side of Bronze 6. But they are coming back in for the re-engage now. They do have a turret to drop. And Jazzalene and Chromie are nowhere nearby. And Mark getting caught out, though. Tychus being chased down by this Tracer, and he is going to survive. Ooh. I thought he was going to go down there for a minute, but Tyronda there to help him out, and they don't get the pick onto him. So still all 5 members up at that point. Looking like it's really about to go over in favor of Chili Mountain. Tychus having a back here, meaning the point is going to be a 5v4 if everyone shows up to it. Gazlo's still in that bottom lane, looking to soak. And Tracer and Rex are kind of keeping him there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to see Tyronda actually going Everlasting Light at 4. I love that talent. When I play Tyronda, it just kind of makes me feel a little bit safer that I can kind of heal myself and then just get a big heal onto, it's like 80% more healing onto your secondary target there. But just great job by Fair, that concentration to get the resets onto that Tracer.
Now, Chili Mountain didn't drop their first turret, and they now just picked up their second one here to come drop at the point. So this is 2 turrets, and Bronze 6 has already used theirs to none. Danny getting caught out, stun coming out onto him. Chromie trying to drop some damage to get them to back off a bit here. Gazlo putting out a stun. It does catch Misha, but that's about all. JTR taking a little bit of damage. The stun going out onto Gazlo. They are going to get the pick here. Gazlo goes down, and a turret is down as well to help out over on the side of CMA.
Yep, and we're going to see Mark still up top trying to clear that wave. 10's online now for Chili Mountain. And probably trying to catch up on 10s here. And let's see what they do with this. I'm going to put Cassia in the Triglav along with Johanna here. So I want to see Danny trying to jump on this Tracer if at all possible. We see Cassie jump back out. And now the healer's back in there. So Cassie's going to have to do primarily the most siege damage since the other damage dealer is Tracer here. But they can totally jump onto this Cassia.
Yeah, I would.
The healer and the tanker in the Triglav.
Absolutely. I would love for them to be going past the Triglav right now and looking for a pick. There's not really anything to stop them from doing that. JTR is kind of out and alone there with the turret on his hands, but instead they're just chunking down this Triglav protector.
I think Danny was looking for it there, but unfortunately, I think
The protector has been defeated.
the protector not losing too much top. They did save the well top, which is good on them, but Jahan is up here trying to pull this way, so they may turn their sights onto this. But as we check in the bottom lane, we're going to see Noah still here in bottom.
Your mic just is a little quiet. I can turn you up in Discord, but it sounds like you're almost... Anyway, bottom emitter getting picked up right now. Bronze 6 working on that. They have that slowing sands down to kind of mess up rotating in over on the side of Chili Mountain here.
Is that better?
Yeah, I'm going to turn you up in Discord, though, as well.
Okay.
All right. Turret is up over on the side of Bronze 6 here. Let's see if they're going to think of taking that anytime soon. They do have those bruiser camps up and available as well, or the siege camps, I should say. Jazzalene looking like he might be getting rotated on here, but Danny coming down to help him out there. Stops the Tracer from going in. Gravel Bomb coming out, and they get the pick onto Rexar. Tracer looking like she might be in a little bit of trouble, but luckily for her, Taunt is down, and it is going to be Kira in the back line, though. That is going to fall here. Follow that up by Tyronda as the bomb comes out from Tracer to get the pick here. Mark trying to disengage and get his way out of there. Unfortunately for him, though, he does get picked off as well, and Noah just managing to survive through all of that with the rewind and the jukes.
Yeah, 3-for-1 trade there in favor of Chili Mountain there. They're going to rotate in here onto the invade, onto this turret camp. 13s are going to be online as well here. We just need to see Bronze 6 kind of regroup here, let some of these waves crash into them, and maybe try and get a pick of their own, running that pick comp, see if they can catch the Rexar out of position, or even that Tracer.
All right, turret over on the side of Chili Mountain Academy getting picked up right now. So they're showing up to this next objective with 3 turrets. It's going to be tough.
Yes, and as we have the gank bush here waiting for that rotation down here, not sure if it's going to happen. CRT is doing a great job. The ping's going to come out here. The chases on the shield is going to come out onto this Gazlo, and the fan coming out as well. And there goes that successful gank attempt onto that Gazlo. We're going to see Ferret come down here and maybe try and just catch some of the soak here, maybe deter a little bit of pressure. Excuse me, I am sorry, but it looks like the Ford, okay, yeah, they're going to get out of there, Ford about half health.
Taunt going out onto Tracer here, but that Leap of Faith going to save her, and she still has that rewind as well. Which actually kind of put her back where she didn't want to be after Leap of Faith. But she's going to survive here. Barrett in the top lane, or sorry, Kira in the top lane, pushing that as Johanna helps to kind of clear that up. But right now, Chili Mountain still ahead on XP in this next objective coming up in just a couple seconds. They do have, equal talent tiers, though, so it is a pretty good opportunity now to try and look for a fight if you're on the side of Chili Mountain, or of Bronze 6. And level 13's online now as well, meaning Varian has that Shattering Throw to break through Joanna's target. She is now a target that he could potentially look to taunt with the help of Tychus and the Shattering Throw to get a pick onto her.
Yeah, at this point, I wouldn't even hate for them to try and be a front-to-back comp. And it looks like they're trying to do there, but she's going to be able to live there. The great heal's coming out from Tempest. But we're going to see about 20% of the channeling here. We're going to see Rexar still pushing out bottom there. Was able to finish off that bottom fort. Gazlo's going to find himself in a little bit of bad positioning here, as we're going to see another gank attempt on him. Ripping the Blessed Shield. Condemned to lock him down here, blinded by GTR. But going to get the Gravel Bomb on 2 members here, and he's going to try and wiggle his way out of here. But unfortunately, he did go down there, and another gank attempt successful for Chili Mountain.
Yeah, meanwhile, though, in the top lane, Tracer battling it out there. She was almost caught out of position, but manages to stay alive here. That Ando and Leap of Faith and the rewind's really helping her out this game. Danny does have that Biotic emitter to drop if he needs to, but for now, with the Gazlo being down there, going to back off, and this is going to be level 16s now coming online for the side of Chili Mountain Academy.
All right, so I'm curious if they get this one, if they just run it down top, or they have the keep pressure. Now they do have a minion wave, a good minion wave. I'm sorry, down there bottom with the turret, but looks like Gazlo's going to head down there and forego any sort of pressure onto this. And yeah, like they have too many toys over on the side of Chili Mountain that they kind of have to rotate some stuff around, see who's gonna grab what.
Blessed Shield coming out from Joanna. That's going to catch Tyron, and she's absolutely blown up. Cassia getting the kill there. The rest of the members looking to back up now underneath their fort here. And that's another staggered death. Meanwhile, Gazelle pushing out bottom, looking to try to catch them up on XP to get that 16. But this Trickle Protector can do a lot of work for Chili Mountain right now, having that talent tier advantage, the numbers advantage. And now they're even looking at eyeing for another turret here. Just checking it out to make sure Gazelle wasn't on it.
Yeah, and Bronze 6 is doing a fantastic job staying in this game. I mean, the kill count is 8-1 in favor of Chili Mountain here. But, you know, about 3/4 of a level down, maybe, you know, as this the rest of the soap gets caught up here. But, yeah, close to that 16 talent here. I think they forego this to try not to... Okay, they're just going to give that up. They could have gotten that as well. We're going to see the Tychus battling the Johanna here up on the point.
Oh, here we go. Grab bomb coming out on the point and the turrets down below. CRT getting quite low. The Misha Bear looking like he might go down, but it's worth because they get the variant in the meantime. And now Tracer chasing for Gazlo here. We do see that Tychus went down in the top lane fighting Johanna in that 1v1. Wow. And Gazlo ultimately going down as well here. So a 3-4-0. Well, a Misha Bear, I guess, in favor of Chili Mountain Academy.
Yeah, it was quite a fight. I mean, if Johanna didn't have that heal camp, I mean, it was pretty close there. They were both kind of about, you know, quarter health there. It could have been anyone's game, but, you know, having extra Vita Camilder.
I can't help but feel like Bronze 6 is just a little bit off their game tonight. I've seen them run this comp multiple times. I know that they're quite capable of doing the variant taunt followed up by the Tyrande stun, followed up by like all the damage from Chromie and Tychus at the same time, but it seems like every time that taunt's going up, there's only half the team around to really do anything off of it.
Yeah, and we've seen Noah sit down here with this, try to follow up on Mysticles' stuns here the entire game on this Gazlo. Very immobile hero, so if the stun does come out, Tracer can bother him if he's like even halfway in the lane. So I like that thought process here, but yeah, it's tough here. I mean, it's, you know, maybe a little shaking, a little nervous. I mean, you know, who knows how much practice. I'm sure they did get some practice in here, but you know, first game jitters
perhaps. There's the taunt coming out onto Cassia here. She is caught in that slowing sands. Looks like they might maybe get a pick here, but she is backing off and for now going to stay alive. And Noah going in, trying to get the pick on Kira. He's going to pop that stasis, but ultimately he does go down. Ferret trying to keep him alive, but Chromie falling here. JTR looking like he might be in a bit of trouble, but again, the taunt comes out and just not enough follow-up. Varian is going to fall here as well. A 2-0 in favor of Chili Mountain Academy. And they still have that Triglaw Protector to siege with, and now level 20s are online.
Yeah, even with the Tychus and the Chromie, it's the healing coming out from Anduin is pretty good. That I'm wondering. I mean, Chromie even has burst, so I'm curious on what's going on. If maybe the calls are a little off here. You know, between Varian or just the follow up here between the other two.
I think, oh, Blessed Shield coming out from Joanna. That's going to catch Tychus. We have the Light Bomb to follow it up, but the Run and Gun gets him out of there, and he's going to survive for now. Joanna taking some tower shots there, having the armor reduction, and they're trying to do what they can to just stall them from pushing any further here. But they're still down Varian. He's just spawning into the game now, and level 20 is pretty far off for the side of Bronze 6.
Yep. And, you know, great defense there. They did lose their keep, but that's all they're going to lose here. The chase is on a little bit of a dangerous grab here. All members are up for Bronze 6, but it's a successful turret grab by them. But now the chase is back onto that Tychus. Fortunately, get cut out. Down goes Tyrande. The taunt coming out from the Varian. Protecting's going to come out, but out comes the ball lightning, blinded onto that Varian. He's going to be able to run there, but, you know, 2 down. I expect this to be a core call here.
Does look like that's what Chili Mountain Academy has in mind here as they push on to this core. 3 members left up on Bronze 6 to defend it. Danny and CRT taking a bit of damage here. Going in for that taunt onto Cassia, but the Leap of Faith coming out once again, and now his back line kind of left in a vulnerable state as he went in for that taunt. Chromie using her stasis. She's going to fall here. The core is starting to go down 83% and falling. Grab bomb coming out to try and do something to help here. Low health bars over on the side of Chili Mountain, but no picks. They just can't seem to finish them off.
And the core MVP right now in this defense for Bronze 6. Yeah, just getting those fists to push the team back there, getting the healing down a little bit. But down goes Danny on the Varian here. Ferret trying to do the best to get out of here. But Mark is trying to do the best to peel as well. But down goes Tyrande there. Core is at 80%. and
This
falling.
does seem like with 4 members down on the side of Bronze 6, game number 1 is going to be going over to the side of Chili Mountain Academy in just a second here. GG's and well played.
All right, game number 1 in favor of Chili Mountain there. I don't know what's much. I mean, top variant comp does work. I think you and I touched on it a little bit that just, maybe not enough peel, especially for a tracer. I mean, the variant can do it, but, if Noah is patient enough to wait to engage until the variant goes out, just having a little bit of that extra peel maybe would help there.
Yeah, this is a comp that Bronze 6 has run several times. Now, I can maybe speculate on what's happening here tonight. CRT is usually not their offlaner. Usually, in last season of NGS, they had Smoogie playing that role. He's not playing on the team tonight. Instead, they have Mark here. And Mark has taken over the role of assassin, and CRT is in the offlane. So this is a little bit of adjusting probably happening here for the teams. I'm wondering if it's just with the swaps around on roles, just need a little bit more work to communicate and get their synergy back again that they were having in NGS. Now, keep in mind, Chili Mountain Academy is not an easy team to go up against here. They have some hard hitters over on their side. These are people that were really vying to get into CCL, and in order to do that, needed to grind that Storm League, High Masters, GM players. But yeah, let's take a look at this match summary here before we get into game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, and props to CRT on that Gazlo, top stats for the entire team there. But to your point, just the continuity of the team. Tychus has that short range, so he's really needs to be attached to the hip to that variant, and sometimes that put Danny or that, like you said, the back line kind of at risk there. But yeah, just all around good gameplay there. 20-2 on the kills there. So real clean game for Chili Mountain. And I'm just curious to see what Bronze 6, I want to see them come out here with some fire in game 2 here and try and smack Chili Mountain, in the mouth. And I think us and everybody and the viewers at home want to see a game 3.
Yeah, I mean, we always love going to a game 3, of course. So we would love to see Bronze 6 pick up a map here. I'm going to pop over to these talents really quickly. See if there's anything we want to point out or take note of before we move on. I think the lobby is up now, so there's your talents if you guys were wondering. But we're going to pop on over to us now and get into game number 2. All right, let me update that score for you guys. Chili Mountain up 1 game in the series right now. We have these map selections coming out too, so we do know what game we're going to here, and I'm going to take you over to those map selections in just a moment once I have it updated myself. All right, let's go take a look at these map selections. Okay, game number 2. It does look like we're going to Tomb of the Spider Queen here. If you're interested about what happened, how we got here, where we're going, those map bans coming out today. Chili Mountain Academy taking away Infernal Shrines and Towers of Doom. Bronze 6 banning out Sky Temple and Garden of Terror. And we did play the game number 1 on Volskaya Foundry. That map was picked by Bronze 6, but Chili Mountain Academy managing to pick up the win. Even after we talked about Bronze 6 having 100% win rate in NGS last season on this map.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, like you said, tends to happen, not sure how much practice, these teams got. I mean, even for Chili Mountain, my question would be curious to know is, how quickly these teams, this team got together. I mean, I think even like 35 minutes, I was seeing on Twitter announcements of, people playing on the Chili Mountain Academy team. Was this just kind of like a random mishmash? I don't say mishmash, but, let's just go play this game right now. Just, no practice, maybe 1 or 2 games beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're a little bit more practiced than that, and they just haven't quite announced who's on the team yet necessarily. So, yeah, I mean, we did see an announcement from Mystic Lee's come out for he's going to be the Chili Mountain Academy captain, and we saw an announcement for JTR, but we haven't seen announcements for the rest of the members. So I'm interested. I'm waiting for them to come out. I wonder why they haven't just outright announced the full roster yet.
Yeah, it could be a scheduling thing. I know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like fully locked in or not. Bronze 6 was Division B West, and they did win that division.
Yep, overall champions of Div B West.
All right, here we are, game number 2. Waiting for this draft to start up. Can't let Anduin and Cassia pass with that comp. Yeah, it was it really did feel I really think that Bronze 6, just with the changes in roles and who's on their roster, they played a little bit I've seen them play better. I've seen them play that and execute that comp much better. And it did seem like every time that they did do what they needed to do, and having the Tyrannus stun and the damage on top of it, the Leap of Faith was just there to save Tracer every time. So there's just a chance that maybe they just need a little bit more time to get this roster to work together with the changes of roles and who's playing on the side of Bronze 6.
Yeah, and they also did have double blinds into that Tychus. So I mean, even if he was in position to follow up there, it's his trait is auto attack, and he's going to have a hard time even chunking down Johanna there.
We are seeing those first bans come out here. Bronze 6 banning out Chromie. Uther being taken away by Chili Mountain Academy. Again, we're not surprised about that Uther, because as we mentioned earlier, Bronze 6 is pretty well known for trying to run Uther Genji, so they're just going to deny the Uther, and then there's no Genji to have to deal with. Diablo going to be the second ban coming out now for Bronze 6.
So I'm wondering, that's the second time there. Actually, no, I believe Chili Mountain banned Diablo there last game. So I was going to say maybe second Diablo ban here, but I think it was just flip-flopping teams here.
Yeah, Chili Mountain did ban Diablo in the second ban phase of first game, so not the first time we've seen Diablo banned tonight, just different team banning it this time. They're going to opt to take away Garrosh. All right, I'm interested to see what Bronze 6 has in mind here. I know that, all right, Danny is going to take Joanna. This guy's going to say, I know that they've done some Stitches Medivh kidnapping stuff, and all those pieces are up on the table right now and available if they wanted to try that. But Danny locking in Joanna, looks like they're going for something else here.
All right, so Stukov coming out here. So really tough on those turn-ins there, and the Hogger left up, so we will actually see Mysticles picking up the Hog Boy here for game number 2.
This is going to be one of the first games from NGS with a Hogger in it. This is pretty exciting.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's going to be able to kind of wreak all kinds of havoc there on those turn-in points. I haven't peeked at it too much because I don't really have a chance to play Hogger because he's kind of banned all the time.
Yeah.
But I know there's a Discord where people just figure out infinite angles or quick rotations for Hogger and on an E or on a single E from like a top to a bottom on a map. And so some crazy busted stuff's out there, and I'm kind of half expecting to see it here in game number 2.
Now, I'm wondering if we're gonna see Noah just go, I might as well Tracer again here. Because a variant taunt comp with blow up didn't seem to stop him. So maybe why would a Rainer?
Yeah, I'd say Uther. They're banning the Uther. Like the point and click CC on Tracer is fantastic. We're gonna see the mouthfeel ban there. I don't hate that ban. Locking one person in place for a short amount of time, staring at a Gul'dan and a Rainer. But Johanna's got some decent wave clear. Gul'dan has some decent wave clear. Rainer's got good wave clear. So I like the draft so far for Bronze 6 here. But Chili Mountain's not showing too much with what they got going on there. It could be a pick comp for themselves here. And this one with the Stukov could see the ETC slide into, or maybe even main tank Imperius with the Stukov. But we will see here the next 2 picks on the board for Chili Mountain.
Velcomer and Karu in chat. Welcome, guys. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. It's going to be Noah picking up the Hanzo. Oh, I like this. And Jaina being locked in by JTR. So we're still waiting on that tank pick to come out over on the side of Chili Mountain. But at this point, I mean, they're quite choked on takes. Joanna's been locked in. Diablo, ETC, and Garrosh banned, as well as Uther if you want to consider him a tank. So I'm interested to see what BK picks up here.
I mean, Honor can dive, Hanzo can poke forever. Jaina's got some decent dives. Stukov can silence from afar. I would maybe expect like a Muradin. I wouldn't be the ETC was banned, so maybe a Muradin, but we're just going to see an Arthas here.
Interesting. Not very often you see an Arthas main tank.
Unless if it's offlane Arthas and main tank Hogger.
That's not a thing, is it?
I have no idea. But we're about to find out. I don't think I've seen Justine run it at all yet, but I mean, he's got the kit for it. I mean, he can engage. He has the unstoppable. He can engage backline. He can Q. So essentially, like a Harrier Urel, one way or another, I think. But no swaps there. So we will see Arthas as main tank. I mean, I guess the Ragnaros, Johanna Karazim, a lot of melee. For that to deal with, but
hang on.
Yeah, here we go.
Hello, 80. I am not ignoring you. I'm just in the middle of casting a game. I'm sorry that your hello doesn't take priority over that, but you're welcome to watch the stream as well, of course. And I'm glad you're here. All right. Oh, let me just swap this overlay real quick. Here we are, game number 2. For the Storm Division qualifiers here between Chili Mountain Academy and Bronze 6 on the left-hand side. We have Chili Mountain Academy with JTR on Jaina, Sim Noah playing the Hanzo, Tempest on the Stukov, BK playing Arthas, and Mystically on the Hogger.
All right, and over in the red trunks, we have Bronze 6. We have Danny taking the Johanna this time, CRT on Ragnaros, Ferret on Karazine, Kira on Gul'dan, and Mark on Raynor.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised to see the Arthas pick up when there's things like May or Muradin still on the board. I'm interested to see what they do with it, though. Maybe there's a secret Arthas OP strat that we don't know about.
Listen, they got the cold strat going on. Chili Mountain, they got the blue skins. I can dig it. It's on theme here for this match here for the Storm Div qualifier.
Does look like CRT is going to be continuing just to take the offlane role for Bronze 6 as well. So again, we were kind of saying this earlier, but they are having to have a little bit of adjustment to their playstyle and the synergy that they've built up with the swap of roles on their team.
Yeah, but they're putting a lot of pressure onto CRT. I don't know if maybe they know that, but I mean, Noah's spending a lot of time there in the off lane, just trying to pressure CRT out of it.
Yeah. Just looking at those level 1 talents really quick, because we do have quite a few questing talents being picked up. Hanzo talenting into Simple Geometry, looking to stack his Scatter Arrow, currently sitting at 4 stacks. Jaina did go Globe Quest, is currently sitting at 3. We do have Karazim picking up Insight, looking for 100 stacks on that, currently sitting at 8. And Gul'dan talenting into Echoed Corruption, and he's at 5 stacks. So lots of dings to keep track of this time.
We're scaling. All right, as we see JTR rotate up here on CRT, looking for that gank. Let's see if we can get the flick backwards, but the terrain's going to come down from Hogger here. The blizzard's going to come out, auto attacks come out from Jaina, but it's not going to be enough to get or take down the Ragnaros. I'm sorry. So he will survive there, as we see some gems already getting turned in for Bronze 6 and wasting no time at all, just dumping those with the chance of losing any. But Johanna's a good vacuum for gems.
They were also able to grab their Bruiser camp as well here. So a little bit of pressure being created in the mid and top lanes in favor of Bronze 6 here.
Yeah, I like the aggro here. I mean, it's just a little bit less of a defensive catch-all type. I mean, it's strange that it's aggro now, and their combo is less aggro than the one before. But I'd like to see here, and just like I said, that's what I wanted to see from Bronze 6, just coming out here and just maybe give them trading blows here with Chili Mountain.
Noah taking a little bit of damage from the Raynor there, but is going to be able to survive. The Stukov healing's coming out. I just, the thing with Arthas is I feel like he's a little bit, He's like easy to kill sometimes.
Yeah,
he's not as beefy of a tank as some other tanks there are. So I'm interested to see though his root and the damage follow up potential from like a Blizzard Jaina combo on top with Hanzo though. They might be able to make it work out here.
Yeah, I mean, unless if he's going to go Sindragosa and turning off, turning off the towers up for a big push. But I like to compare others to like your grandfather's old Model T, car. It used to work in the day, got people from A to B, but you got the newer vehicles out now. That why would you take the old one out on the road? You know what I mean? The other ones have the new convenience features. Yeah, so that would be my guess, maybe the Sindragosa. So if they do get the turn in, just to
CRT looking like he might be in a bit of trouble here. Does turn around to land a Q to try and get some self heals, but unfortunately does get picked off. Noah though, the counter kill coming out, and Mystical Lee's looking like he might be in a little bit of trouble. Whoa, they're just letting him go. Okay then.
Yep, they're letting him go. They do have turn in online, and I don't know if I didn't check before the gank attempt there and the kill trade and whether Chili Mountain had turn in or not, but. They do now, but now the ball is in the court of Bronze 6. We're going to see Arthas turn in his 13 gems here. So 32 to 35, and a handful of gems here from either team for this turn in. Seven's both online here. And pressure is onto this Arthas. Noah's going to come back here, but we will see the turn in actually from Chili Mountain there. Must have got turned in on the bot lane there.
Well, this is not a position you want to be in here. Danny getting caught out, silence from Sukov being dropped, and they're going to get picked off right before they need to defend this turn-in. Kira quite low, Mark as well. They have the tap up and available. Now keep in mind, Ragnaros does have that Molten Core, which might help clear it up here, but he is a little overextended, and there's a rotation coming out from all of CM Academy. They're able to get out.
So what I'm actually seeing here in this team comp, though, is the root comes out from the Arthas. He steps up onto them with the slow. And then they have the Jaina slows on top of it and the Stukov silence as well. And then the slows just keep them in that silence. And it's just kind of a different style of the pick comp here.
Rainer's going to clear out this top lane. A little bit of poke going back and forth between him and Hanzo. The spider is down there, as well as the mid. The only one left up is this bottom spider. Ragnaros doing his best to clear this out, trying to put some damage out onto Hogger. Hogger going in and right back out.
Yeah, I mean, great defense there. Only lost about half of the wall mid and barely ended in top.
Mark, though, is going to fall here. Gets picked off, rotating into the mid. So all 4 members of Chili Mountain Academy were around to catch him. They're stepping up, trying to get a little bit of damage onto this tower, but Arthas tanking tower shots here. Needs to be a little bit careful. Gul'dan getting nice corruption onto Noah there. Bit of damage being popped.
Stack watch here. We have 18 stacks for the Gul'dan there, 65 for Arazine, and so we have
Hanzo's finished out his simple geometry, and there's a Hanzo arrow coming out here as those level 10s come online for Chili Mountain Academy, but it does not connect. So Bronze 6 able to survive there.
Arrow there.
Oof.
But I like this wait for 10s here for the turn in. They can be patient here a little bit. Chili Mountain does not have a turn in. The lanes are pretty much evenly matched, so they can kind of try and get a pick here, maybe grab their bruisers, get some pressure in the mid lane here, and try and maybe sneak a turn in bottom. But Noah's still down here just pressuring CRT out of the lane here a little bit.
Do you have that siege camp being picked up by Chili Mountain Academy? So that's going to be pressuring bottom lane even more here. But level 10 is now online for Bronze 6. We do have Lava Wave getting picked up by Reg, so that'll help alleviate some of that lane pressure that we've been seeing. There we go. Here's a Lava Wave. Molten Core coming out as well here to try and get some damage out. Danny showing up to help out as well. But the rest of the team not really close by to do anything off this Molten Core. It's more just... let's keep a hold of this bottom fort Molten Core for now.
Yeah, I don't hate to play it all fair. They're going to find themselves kind of stuck here a little bit from the CED.
I really would like them to force a turn in right now while that bruiser camp is getting cleaned up.
All right,
they only need 2 gems turned in.
Yeah, I like this lane's getting pushed out a little bit. Mysticles is kind of a little low, getting poked out by Mark. They're going to get forced away. Let's see, like you said, only 2 gems. But now the fear is that we're going to see Arthas turning in 4 gems down here in the bot, and we could see the double back-to-back turn in from Chili Mountain here. Jaina's going to step up with the 10. CRT probably did have vision of her, going to probably throw down the meatball here on to Jaina up to cancel that a little bit there. As the rest of the teams rotate up tops, trying to get the turn ins here. Both teams trying to poke out the best they can.
CRT could have got a turn in there. I think they needed the help to get the Jaina pick here, had that totally under control, and instead of getting the turn in, they're gonna go for the team fight instead. Hanzo and Jaina getting picked off, and not for free. Joanna does go down. Arthas looking like he might be in a little bit of trouble. Gul'dan trying to chase him for the final kill, but not able to keep up here, and it is gonna be Mysticalese stuck in the back line and getting picked off by Bronze 6. A 3-for-1 in favor of Bronze 6, and now they can get that turn in.
Yeah, what a swing of momentum there. I mean, the nice thing about their team comp here is everybody on the side of well, I guess exception is Johanna. She has the ability for self here, but 13's online here. They do have their first turn in of the game. CRT is pushed out pretty well down here in the bot lane. Fair kind of getting a little too pushed out there. You know, they are holding a massive amount of gems between the two of them. That you know, if there's no counter kills here from them, they will actually be able to threaten back to back here.
They did pick up that Bruiser camp to help defend that mid lane, but all eyes are on top lane as the Hyperion comes out from Raynor, and Bronze 6 looks to siege up here. We do have Reg in the bottom lane doing what he can, 7-sided coming out from the Karazim, and Jaina just absolutely getting blown up. Arthas also taking quite a bit of damage, having to pop his ultimate here to stay alive, and Lava Wave coming out to help continue this siege in through top lane. Ragnaros is going to hang around in mid and clear up the Bruiser camp that was picked up by Chili Mountain Academy. They're looking at this keep wall now with that Jaina being down.
Yeah, and this Web Weaver is about half health. I mean, they can threaten at least the wall and the fountain here. With Jaina, majority of the wave clear here for the team. Hanzo does pretty well. The Fury will come out to just scatter off Nella there. Tad down goes the wall, and I think they back out here, and maybe they'll probably not a boss play here, as all 5 members are from Chili Mountain here. But yeah, they're gonna go for that second turn in.
Yeah, turning up and available here for both teams. It does look like they're kind of more interested in maybe looking for fights here. Arthas mounted though, running straight at them. I think that CM Academy wants the fight and wants to get that turn in now. Danny looking like a little caught out of position, but able to pop his Iron Skin and walk away. And CM looking for that turn in now.
Yeah, the tap's gonna come out. I don't know if maybe just they were a little low on mana. It's free turn in there. Blind will come out. Tempest is gonna leave the channel there, and the second turn.
Oh, 7-sided on the Arthas there. He gets so low. He's going to be able to walk away, but that health bar quite low. I'm interested to see if if Bronze 6 can kind of force something now that they know Arthas is kind of in a weak position right now.
Oh, the pause is going to come out there.
Well, it wouldn't be like a high division game without a pause, right?
Yeah, lag on the mouse. Well, that's why I don't play with a wireless mouse. No, I just couldn't mouse lag.
Yeah, got Plasty and X-Star in chat. Hi guys, I hope you're having a good night. Thanks for
friends.
dropping by and watching.
Absolutely. So, top lane can be a minimal thought here for Bronze 6. It is pushed out to to their keep. Mid, we see JTR cleaning this up here as we take this little bit of break. Cleaning this, so it should spawn right down in the middle. But it's the bot lane where we're going to see some of the pings coming out already to set their sights here on this bottom lane, which is where they put a lot of the pressure Chili Mountain has on the teams with rotating Noah on the first game, on that Tracer, this game on that Hanzo. I'm just not sure if it's just a strategy to let Mysticalese win the offlane just single-handedly, and then force, I suppose, just the 3v4 elsewhere on the map.
I'm just going to take a look at these talents while we're paused as well and can talk about it. Gul'dan's still looking for those stacks on Echoed Corruption, currently sitting at 33 of the 40, I believe it is, needed to finish it off. And all those other baseline quests finish out. We did have Hanzo complete Simple Geometry, as well as Jaina finishing her Globe quest quite a while ago, but a long way still to go on that baseline quest for getting Ice Block on Jaina. Karazim did finish up Insight as well, so we're just waiting on that Gul'dan to finish, and then we're pretty much done the stacking quest aside from Joanna taking that Q at level 4, which is pretty difficult quest to finish because you do need to hit 4 people with it to be able to finish the quest, but you still got the slows off of it anyway. So
yeah, I mean that talent is good whether you finish or not. You still get the 80%, and then he actually went for Roar. Which is, never mind. For some reason, I thought it was a different picture. I was going to say, and the increased damage on that Q. So slowed by 80%. They're taking more damage while they're in there. And then just, Gul'dan being able to hit just monstrous. Come level 16, he gets the power spike, with on the corruption damage. And he's seven ticks away from finishing that. So we'll see a ton of that coming out.
All right. It did look like from chat that there is a little bit of lag and a mouse issue, so that is trying to be sorted right now. I'm going to pop back on over to us, though, while they discuss things.
Current events, yeah.
Yeah, current events in the world. Wait for
Just
them
glad to be in
to,
a Nexus. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, I'm definitely liking this. A little less of an aggressive team comp and more solid team comp here from Bronze 6, and they are, making Chili Mountain work for this one. 5-4 kill favors on their side of things. Peeking at the stats here, Kerosene out healing, Stukov, by about 4K, but not too bad. Really just securing the kills in this game.
I'm interested once this unpauses if we're going to see a 5-man rotation into the bottom lane potentially. Because if they do that, just looking at the positioning, Jaina's going to be out of position. Hogger is gone to look at top lane, I think. Maybe push that out. It could be like a 5v3. Could be a little bit scary for Chili Mountain. But we're just going to have to wait and see here. Still waiting for that readies and unpause to happen. Got a couple new
Stukov
faces.
does have flailings. Yeah, Stukov does have flailings swipe up. Noah, I'm guessing, probably still has trade up, so he can do jump over the wall there. So unfortunately, it may be just Arthas if Tempest can't get a good flailing swipe here.
You sound like you're in a construction zone. Like every time you start talking, there's a different noise in the background.
That's my furnace. Yeah, so I said, unfortunately, I got the whole. I'm gonna have I moved and have an office basement, but yeah, now it just wintertime sucks. The furnace keeps kicking on. It's cold here in the Northeast. So I do apologize for that. Maybe I'll just go back to push to talk. But it calmed down now.
It's funny because sometimes you turn it on, there's like a low hum. Other times it's like a high pitched squeal, like someone's sawing something in the next room over.
I'm just building my my shelves here in the background and just during this quick pause.
I do have a follow from Mick Taru. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Couple new faces dropping by from the evening. I mean, not new to the stream, just new for tonight. Oh, here we're back into the game. I wasn't told. Oh my goodness.
Yep. So talk about current events. 3-2-1 3-2-1 to go. So we're gonna see the Hyperion coming out here onto mid, trying to get a little pressure onto that mid four here. But we're gonna see that arrow coming out, hitting two members of Bronze 6. Down goes Raynor. Unstoppable get popped by the Johanna. Silence out onto that fair, but he's gonna be able to blitz play. And just a 1-for-0 trade there in favor of
Kira. Needs to be a little bit careful, but the fear coming out onto Noah. He is able to flip over the fountain, but they get the final kill onto him, and here's a lava wave to help push back the members of Chili Mountain Academy. They are going to be able to clear up this mid lane, but 2 members down on the side of Bronze 6 to the 1 for CMA. It's still looking like they can get more out of this turn-in as the top spider is now collapsing on the top fort. They can open this up, kind of even out those periodic katas that are spawning right now from Bronze 6. That would be pretty decent here, but I think this is all they're going to get off of this turn-in for now. Level 16 is about to come online now for Chili Mountain Academy, so they'll be on equal talent tiers if they want to try to look for a fight.
Structurally wise, yeah, Bronze 6 is in the lead here. They do have that fort down at about both of the other 2 forts, both about half health there. But the turn-in is available. They're going to have this Bruiser Camp pushing here in the mid. But Jaina is ready. Pings are going to come out. We're going to see Arthur's trying to get 27 in. He does get it in, and Ferret not able to cancel that turn-in. But turn-in is available for Chili Mountain here as well.
That Bruiser Camp did get picked up, and now Raynor also making work of the bottom Siege Camp as well. So a couple camps getting picked up here for Bronze 6, but it is going to be another turn-in for Bronze 6 here. Hopefully they can make something work here. I'm a little nervous that they're trying to fight in the mid while Reg is bottom and Raynor is not quite around. There's a rotation coming out into that bottom lane. They're going to clear up those giants and defend bottom first. Top lane pushed in pretty far forward, and with that fort being down, it's not really a position you want to be in. It does look like for now, eyes are on this bottom fort. It's already quite low. If they can maybe finish it off and get a good molten core and fight under that, that would be nice. But you see here Hyperion being dropped and that fort being made short work of here. Hyperion was a little bit of overkill, and they could have saved it for the potential push onto the keep, but
I've
Look
done
at this.
it. It just kinda
JTR
helps
is
know.
out of position here. They're going in for the flank onto him. He does drop that Ellie to try and get some slows out, but he's getting absolutely deleted right now. They're going to continue to push in with these spiders. Hogger's also pretty far forward in the lane. I'm interested to see if they're going to go for another pick or if they're just going to opt to siege here. Does look like Rag is positioning top. That spider did go down in the top lane. So right now, they kind of took a couple weak structures here and a keep wall. I'm wondering if they're going to continue to try to go for keep. They can always. I'm pretty.
Please on the flank. The arrow's going to come out. The ult coming out from him. The keep coming out. Kira is going to find themselves getting low awfully fast here. Let's see if Rat can make it to this. The lava wave's going to come out, but not enough time to jump into that. With the trait there, and Ferret's ping's coming out, and the Ferret going to be able to blink away. Marcus is slowed from the Stukov there. The root's going to come out, but miss Mark, unfortunately. Unstoppable coming out. The Q's going to come out here as well, but great condemn from Danny to kind of cancel that channel onto the Q there. And looks like 3 members will get away here, so a 2-for-0 trade in favor there. But let's see what Chili Mountain wants to do here. I mean, they have 2 dead for 30 seconds. They can get the turn in, maybe see a boss play here. But I think they're just going to take the safe path here and get the turn in.
Yeah, this worked really well for Chili Mountain. They were able to, save their keep, first of all. Quite low health left on it. They're able to save their keep, get a couple picks. Now they have turn in. Not quite caught up on XP, but getting there. Classy says this time Zax is back.
Yeah.
Bruiser Camp and the Spider pushing that mid lane for Chili Mountain Academy. Danny getting a little bit caught out. Has to pop that Iron Skin, so that's down for the time being. They are getting ready to defend here. Bronze 6 a little bit closer to hitting that level 20s, but it really just comes down to patience here. They still have all their forts. If they can give some forts, they don't need to be hard defending this mid fort. We are going to see 2 members go down here. Joanna and Gul'dan getting picked off.
All right here, and as we see the pressure here onto this mid-keep wall, Ragnaros is split trying to take care of that in that boss lane here, but they've got their sights set on this mid-keep, and I think they want to go for it. 20s will be online here. The kill count now in favor of Chili Mountain here. We're going to see Rag getting canceled out of that Molten Core. The keep is about half health. Out comes the lava wave to try and push it off, so let's get some more damage off these W's here. But I don't think it's going to be enough.
I think that Chili Mountain wants to look to end here. There's a Molten Core trying to be popped again to save Ragnaros, but he's not able to get into that. They are on top of his interrupting him there. So now 3 members down on the side of Bronze 6. A couple of them spawning in about 10 seconds. But for now, a 2v5 to defend this core. But spiders are down. There is one still alive and does fall here in that bottom lane. So not quite able to finish out the game yet. And now level 20s are online for both teams. Baltrix, thank you so much for the... Or Blatrix? Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream.
So they turn their fight onto, here comes Hogger doing just Hogger S on this thing. Going to be able to grab this here. So maybe they just want a little bit more push power here to try and we do see Rank dead for another 15 seconds. But we're going to see Bronze 6 try and get as much macro pressure as they can get here before the defense here. They're going to fork the fort. So this boss does have to go through a fort, a keep wall, and a keep. So I think it may get the keep wall here as we see the rest of the team. So yeah, they're going to have to deal with this. Otherwise, so they're just going to have to deal with the boss. So great play by Bronze 6 here to get the macro pressure while they're taking the boss.
Yeah, everyone back up now on the side of Bronze 6. Here comes a huge Hanzo arrow, lava wave being dropped, and there's just so much damage being dropped onto the Gul'dan here. Kira looking like he might be in a bit of trouble, but does manage to pop that fear, grab a drink from the fountain, and he's staying alive for now. Molten Core coming out from Reg. Danny in a little bit of trouble trying to back out. 7-sided going out onto the Arthas here, but not enough to get a pick onto him. Kira trying to poke from the sidelines down below. And Ray now in that Molten Core form trying to drop some damage and clear out this boss, but Jaina, the only one going down in this fight.
Yeah, amazing arrow coming out from No there, but unfortunately I don't know if it was just some amazing healing coming out there by Ferret, but like you said, Kira, awfully though, they're able to hit that fountain and get that fear off. So great defense there by Bronze 6.
Does look
but
like
the other
Bronze
team has
6
turned in, yeah.
Bronze 6 maybe wants more here. With Jaina being down, this is their opportunity to try and force a 5v4 in their favor. They are looking to catch Mysticles here, but Mysticles able to disengage. And now they're going to drop what gems they do have. They are 2 gems away from having a full turn-in, so they just grab them here. Danny grabbing those gems. They do have turn-in now, and they could look to go for this while Jaina is down. Just 1 second till she spawns back in. Arthas keeping an eye on that bottom turn-in, but top turn-in, no one really around. Mystically's coming up now to look to stop the turn-in, but unfortunately for CMA, Bronze 6 does manage to find that turn-in. Classy asking, have you ever thought of becoming an auctioneer? No. That mid keep quite low already here, so it does look like they might try to finish this off. They could also potentially look just to siege another lane and let the Spider hopefully finish it off for them, but it should get shredded pretty quickly with a Hanzo and Jaina here. We are seeing Hyperion come out, kind of assist that mid Spider, but the most of the team is looking at top. Arthur's getting a little bit caught here. Ferret going in, landing that 7-sided onto him, but he is managing to stay alive through this with those ghouls. We have the Elemental being popped by Jaina now, and just some damage to try and get Bronze 6 off this keep. Spider, about a quarter health left here. But all the members on the side of Bronze 6 quite healthy. Those Spiders, really good defense coming out from Chili Mountain here. They really didn't get too much from those Spiders. Mid keep a little bit less health, but still managed to stay alive. There's that Molten Core being interrupted once again. Reg in a little bit of trouble, but a shield coming out to keep him alive here. And now Mystically's in this backline trying to finish him off. Big Root coming out onto Gul'dan and Danny. Kira looking like he might be in a little bit of trouble, is using that Drain Life to try and survive. They do get the pick onto Hanzo, but not for free. Gul'dan and Ragnaros go down as well here. Chase is on for the rest of their members of Bronze 6. Mark a little caught out of position here. Danny already well on the retreat with no health left. And Ferret trying to get some picks in the backline, but not quite working out. So a 3-for-1 in favor of Chili Mountain Academy. They could look to end the game here if they wanted to.
Yeah, Jaina has enough siege damage here. They're just going to go opt for that turn in there. So
Yeah.
just kind of just make sure to seal the deal here. Just to be safe. I mean, Bronze 6 really bringing it here in game 2. So just forcing Chili Mountain to do the safe play is, I think, a win alone.
Yeah, they're taking quite a bit of time getting this turn in. I'm hoping that they're not giving Bronze 6 another opportunity to come back here. Because I do think maybe they didn't feel confident with not having Hanzo up to just march straight core. Especially since Hanzo, okay, yeah, Hanzo didn't take the level 20 upgrade for his arrow, so it's not like he has the global to get him there to help out once he spawns in either. Still, this is going to be another opportunity here for Bronze 6 to win a 5v5 here, because all their members are up for this defense. They do get that turn in, but I mean, we just saw Chili Mountain be able to defend a turn in and not much value got off those Spiders, so Bronze 6 can kind of do the same thing. They'll be in a good position. CRT, can he get a Molten Core off? That's the question.
Yeah, they've been doing a fantastic job keeping him out of that. The roots, the stuns, and the silences coming out onto him every time he tries to get into one of those. But great positioning here from Chili Mountain, just looking for them to step up onto the Spider. But Bronze 6 is going to do a fantastic job just staying patient here and letting them come to them, fighting on their own home turf here. We'll see the Hyperion coming out to try and get some zoning attempt here and some extra damage out onto this bottom Web Weaver.
Ragnaros is going to clean up top, but this is meaning it's a 5v4 down here in the bottom lane. That mid keep already down, bottom keep looking like it's about to fall. You do have that ghouls being popped by Arthas to keep him alive here, but he's getting poked down quite quickly by the Rainer. Keep in mind that 7-sided strike is still up, so if he isolates himself too much, it's just something to keep in mind playing on the Arthas. Danny doing what he can to defend the core. Lab Wave coming out from Ragnaros. That Spider starting to chunk down the core with the help of the Siege Giants in the bottom lane. Fear going out onto Arthas in the top line. There's a 7-sided strike coming out from the Karazim. They're not quite able to get the pick yet, and a big root to keep them in place here. Silence coming out as well, and Arthas looking like he's going to be able to walk away. Mystically's in a little bit of trouble, but bouncing back and forth, doing a lot of damage onto Bronze 6. He is ultimately going to go down, and that trade, a 1-for-0 in favor of Bronze 6 right now, but they need to be a little bit careful. Couple health bars looking quite low over on the side of Bronze 6.
Arthas is awfully low there and hanging around. Ferret is on the chase there, popping the pop 2nd strike. Actually, it is down for another 20 seconds. Blink and the heals coming out from Ferret though. So fantastic job. CRT's going to step up with that. The root coming out onto him. Stun coming out. Going to have the trade to pop on Johanna there to get out of that hairy situation there. But great defense again for Bronze 6. And these teams are bringing all of the game here.
They need to force a fight or force the boss, do something with this Hogger pick while they have the man advantage. But, you know, get healed up first. Danny still sitting at below half health. It's a little bit scary here. But the longer they sit around just means Hogger's going to be back up and they're going to be in an even worse position. Arthas walking in here, 7-sided strike coming out. Jaina having to pop her ice block. She's going to be caught out of position. JTR being able to be saved by Tempest with that flailing swipe coming out from Stukov. Ghouls popped on the Arthas, who is healing up. And now we have an arrow coming out from Hanzo. Great arrow connecting onto Karazim, and they find the pick. Hogger spawning back into the game now. Danny looking like he might be in a bit of trouble, trying to disengage. He does get the iron skin and manages to get out, but they get the return kill onto Jaina here. Hanzo is now in the back line trying to find those last picks. CRT popping into the molten core to look for that disengage with a lava wave to help out as well. They still need to be careful though. Hogger back up full health, and you know, Kira not much health left, having to use a life tap to get some mana to continue on here. It does look like they're going to find the picks they need to finish out this game now. Danny going down, and Mark also looking like he's about to fall.